What would you give it out of 5?
One was 10.
I don't know. That just feels like a stretch. Like, is it even 10 worthy?
Can I give it like? Can I just give it not in a bad way?
No, you can. That's why we got you here.
About 5, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to C2L. I'm Tommy Day.
I'm Kalpa.
Welcome to Chennai to Lagos.
As you saw
Yeah.
in the title, we
Jollof.
are cooking today.
Jollof rice.
Yeah.
Jollof rice.
Why jollof rice? You might be wondering. About 4 years ago, I came to meet Tom's parents and his, siblings and all at their home. And the first meal I had was jollof rice, and it was the first time I ever tasted it.
And your life changed.
I fell in love. Yeah, I fell in love.
It's never been the
you
same.
guys know, even on our BBC interview, we talked about it and how I combined it with yogurt and all that. But you know what? The grand deal of it is I love jollof rice, and because my mother-in-law, she's a great chef, top notch. Like really great at everything she does it so well, baking, cooking, all that stuff. So we've never gotten the courage to cook for her, especially cook for her the meal that she does so well, which is jollof rice. And moreover, it's like every time she makes it, it just gets better. Over the 4 years, at least she makes it once a week. And when she does, we are just going crazy over how it's so much better from the last time we had it.
I need to add, and for all of you looking at me and judging oh, Tommy Day, you can't cook jollof rice. Oh my God, why? That's the reason why. Because every single time I want to learn it, the recipe she makes is better than last week's recipe. And I've spent my whole life just procrastinating, saying, all right, no, next week, this recipe you did, this is the one I want to learn. And it's been an endless cycle, but we break that cycle today.
Yeah.
Amen.
So since I'm a whole wife now, I'm gonna take charge of it, because I want our home to also have jollof rice once a week, and our kids to have jollof rice too. So we just want to surprise mom and see what she thinks about our version of the jollof rice. But how we're gonna make it is the funny bit here.
So we're not going to just rely on, resources online and everything. Now, we want to go to the environment that made her the chef she is. So I'm talking about grandma, grandpa, her sister, her brothers, her sister, we're calling everyone. We want to make sure we have as much information as possible, and we're going to be having calls with them and getting, tips and getting their own recipes, and we will just come, put everything together, average it, and we're going to now use that as our recipe. This can either go very, very well, or it might be a complete disaster. But knowing that you are the one driving it, I know that we're going to have
that's even more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So, yeah, make sure you keep it locked. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, so you don't miss out on fun things like this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
First and foremost, for me, I prefer to use parboiled rice. People are able to use basmati rice, but if you just use normal, regular, long grain rice, that would work.
I boil the rice and I use white rice.
Any rice, basmati or anything.
Okay.
What normally happened was that you put the rice and you then cut the vegetables, onion, maybe not carrots. I think there were some, but just like carrots, and all kinds of vegetables, onion,
Yeah.
tomato, put them all in. I then add the tomato paste. Now, you see, I'm doing mine from scratch. I add the tomato paste, the salt and pepper going. I use a lot of thyme and parsley to give it seasoning and flavor.
The first thing I do is I put a little bit of cooking oil in the pan, and I chop some onions in there and allow it to caramelize just a little bit, and then I add my tomato paste. So when you're blending the pepper, make sure there's not too much water in it, so that you don't have a watery mix, but the pepper should be smooth. And then you add water bit by bit, so that it is not soggy. It will come out in grains. The idea is not to cook so much with water, right? It's more to allow the steam to cook the rice.
Meanwhile, the rice, which has now got to cooking point, you now turn the fried stew into it, and you now add what we'll call, the garnishings of what will be the Jollof, the Sierra Leonean thing of putting vegetables like there is this vegetable patminja, and do you know patminja?
No.
You can put rosemary, good, very good, and put some slices of onions and cover it, lower the fire. We mix it to make sure that everything is mixed, and also that the tomato paste is in it, and you can see the tomato paste. Then we turn it into the pan, into the aluminum pan, which we put in the oven. Grandpa wants to say something. Hold on. Tom?
Yes, Grandpa.
The spices that were used in those days.
Yes.
Apart from patminja.
Yes.
Black pepper and white pepper.
Okay.
Ginger and celery and the thing your grandmother mentioned, rosemary. So if I was cooking and my grandmother came back, she was congratulating me. Oh, that smells good. Akitayo, blah 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 blah. And my grandfather also complimented. I was the only one who cooked anything but something cooked by his wife, and he felt really good about it. And I was just about 10. Jollof rice, the way it's cooked now, and I'm sorry to say this, even the way your mom, Tom's mom will cook it is like colored rice, not jollof rice. It will never really match the Jollof rice cooked the Jollof way, which I've described. There's only one jollof rice, and I don't know what Grandpa was talking about by Sierra Leone. All I know is the Nigerian jollof rice.
Preach. If you were to give like one, what would you say is the most important thing you need to do when you're making jollof rice for it to slap?
Okay, after you've cooked it, you leave it on the stove and let the bottom slightly burn. We call it party jollof rice.
Party jollof, that's it.
If you go to a party and the jollof rice is just there, no smoky, almost burnt. Not burnt, smoky taste to it, then it's just a rubbish jollof rice. I would say it's the tomato paste. Well, it's two things that kind of work together, the tomato paste and using minimal water.
Just with the bias of what I've just described, which was, to me, real jollof rice. It is the spices and the fact that you didn't mix everything together.
Then the rice and the ingredients. Your ingredients must be perfect. And of course, garlic. It's the heart.
Best answer we've received so far, the heart.
It's the heart. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what country. I don't care what version of jollof rice. Let the jollof in your heart come out in the food you make. It's the heart.
So having talked to grandpa, grandma, all the aunties and uncles, we had like 5 recipes to work with. So I summed them up into a simple recipe that we could do for the first time. I blended the onions, the tomatoes, the red bell peppers, and I was trying to work with green chilies this time around because we couldn't find Scotch bonnet. So called Tom in to do some spice taste. I then fried the onions in oil and added the tomato paste, which we learned was very, very important in the mix and a few other spices, the thyme, the basil, the oregano spices. We then proceeded to wash the rice and parboil it for about 5 to 7 minutes, and Tom helped me drain and wash the rice, and we kept it aside. At the end, I then added the stew mix to the fried onions and tomato paste and let it simmer for a while, for about 15 minutes. Then we added the rice to it and gave it a good mix, and we closed it up for about 20 minutes on low heat. So after 20 minutes, we stirred the rice, switched off the fire and let it cook in the steam. And yeah, let's hope she likes it.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we have our mom here. She honestly doesn't know why she's here. As she walked in, we closed her eyes and everything. So before you open your eyes, do you know why you're here?
Yes, I think you want me to check something that you've cooked.
Yes, what do you think it is?
I think it's jollof rice.
Yes.
That's what I think.
And you are right.
I know I made some at home as well.
Oh my, the
I
pressure.
know, we heard about that.
Okay, so you can open your eyes because you're right.
Hey.
You're right. This is the main thing there. We had it here. So before we cook, before you taste, we want to give you a bit of a background. Okay. So we didn't just rely on the internet. We called grandma, we called grandpa, we called Aunt Stockbear.
You did. Aunt Stockbear makes killer.
We called Uncle Katie.
Wow.
We were about to call Uncle Shekun, but that didn't happen. But we basically got everyone's recipe.
Yes.
And they gave us like what they thought was the best. Taste it and
You can rate it like like the chef that you are.
Have you tasted it? Have you guys tasted it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we tasted a bit.
Okay, color, I must say.
Kalpa, what do you
We are
think?
not asking you. Who are you and what are you doing here?
For the first time, it's not bad at all.
we'll take it. We'll take it.
It needs, okay, we'll tell you that later.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let's see,
You're
yeah.
honest.
It needs,
To make it better.
it needs more of the red bell. It needs more of the, the sauce at the bottom. It needs more of that to make it taste richer.
But we'll take
But
it.
this is not bad at all.
We'll take it.
Wow.
We'll take it.
Wow.
In all
We were
honesty,
really winging it because every point we couldn't even tell if this is what it's supposed to taste
we
like.
don't
until
know
the
like
end.
the process. So we asked, and I think also because we're
We
asking
did a lot of rice.
everyone,
4 cups.
because we were asking everyone for the recipe, we were combining things here and there.
How is the
But,
texture?
The texture is, it's fine. It's slightly, very, very slightly overcooked. Very, very slightly, but it's fine. It's fine.
Is that chili? Okay.
I'm impressed.
Is that
not as
salt?
hot as, of course, there is salt.
We did that actually, truthfully, after. It was the salt.
After we
was,
tasted
we
it.
realized that the salt was not as much.
Yeah. What would you give it out of 5?
Mine was 10.
I don't know. That just feels like a stretch. Like, is it even 10 worthy?
Can I give it can I just give it not in a bad way?
No, you can. That's why we got you here.
About 5, huh?
Yeah.
Let's say 2.5.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take
But for
it.
real, this is actually not bad at all. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking of. It's just now to work on the base.
base.
The base.
The base.
Yeah. I'm sure that if you used less rice, it would have been. Yeah.
I should have just used 3 cups.
But we've learned in the process, this was exciting. We have many recipes. We have so many we'll try. Grandpa told us about the history.
Grandpa
He gave
told us,
his
leave
own
all this. This is all
recipe
fake.
From
What?
when,
What is
in fact, yeah.
Going back in history.
Yeah, he talked about how, in fact, all the ones we make is not the real thing. He talked about the one he made for his grandma when he was 10.
Gosh,
At 10
gosh,
years
gosh.
old.
Yeah. But we've got it everyone's recipe, and now we'll get yours. But yes, this is why we called you here. This is what the whole video was for. We've been doing this since like morning.
Are you serious?
Well,
You have been cooking
it was-
this since morning?
No.
No,
It
not
was.
morning.
We started at 4 p.m. But You mean like we've been researching and thinking and writing
Gosh.
notes. Let me just show you something. Like we've been writing like it's exam. So look.
Also, you wrote the names of the people.
Yeah. Right? Then Auntie Wasola. Then you see Grandpa.
What did Katie say?
He gave us some
Here,
interesting
he gave us 2 methods actually. And then Grandma gave us 2 methods as well. And then now I combined and aggregated all that. And
No, I think now going forward, maybe what you do is you'll try. What is this one? Jollof rice
recipe.
Who is this?
Auntie
So you try her recipe,
Okay.
but do half. Huh?
Half.
Oh, okay. How many cups of rice? I can't see.
2 cups.
Yeah. So try her recipe, following it as close as possible, and
Alright.
see if you like it.
Alright.
Then so you have 1, 2, 3,
4.
5. I'm not bad mouthing. I'm not bad mouthing, but I have never eaten jollof rice by my father.
Jollof rice, the way it's cooked now, and I'm sorry to say this, even the way your mom, Tom's mom will cook it is like colored rice, not jollof rice.
So I'm wondering, what is this story? When he was 10, he cooked for his grandmother. Well, I don't know that story, and so take this with a lot of salt. In fact, you can forget grandpa's one. Just do grandma's, then try and cook Katie's.
Yeah.
So that's
But this was fun.
Yes, it was.
We've tried it, and
Can
now
the
we'll
rest of
continue.
the family
Wait, we'll be
come,
crowded
please?
here. So,
No,
yes, you guys will come. You'll all be
You
here.
can taste the onions.
Yeah.
Actually, did good.
Yeah.
Just that the base struggled to
Yeah.
shine.
To shine. All right. So,
2.5
we'll take it.
for
It's pass
first
mark.
timer is a pass mark.
So, no, okay.
They did
let's,
good.
Let's do this.
They really did good. If that
You
was
give us
less
2.5 as a general rating, or what about a newbie rating?
a newbie rating,
Out
I
of
could
10.
give you, like, this is your very first time of trying.
Yeah.
I'll give you 7.
We'll take it. We got 7 out of 10. That's what we're using.
Compared to those, that's what you're using. Compared, to people that have made it over and over.
Yeah.
This has been the very first time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mommy.
I think
You're
that is
welcome.
it here.
Thank you for
Wait,
gracing
you don't want to
us.
say bye to like the audience and
Oh, sorry.
do we usually sign out? No. Okay. Do you want to tell them like, subscribe?
Yeah, you sign out and then the bloopers will put for me.
Okay. Like, subscribe, and what's next?
Click the notification.
Yes, that one.
All right. Bye. Thank you, Mom. Fumi, Langi. No, continue. Now you guys can come and taste. Let's also have your whatever. Thank you. For a bachelor, imagine a bachelor, young
I feel like you're just
couple.
pushing it. You're just making it their story now.
Yeah. It makes sense, huh?
What I wanted to say is in family friendly. Well,
I didn't say slaps.
yeah, a version of that.
2 bites, yeah. This is good. We're
Is it
proud.
okay? What's missing from your...
Stew.
Alright.
Literally, you just need stew and we're good. Well, now I know.
Sapto.
Wow. I like it. Let me see. I'll do it tomorrow.
Saptinla. Sapto.
Is it that
It
hard?
reminds me
It's not
of...
bad. For me, it's like when you have rice and stew.
No, it reminds me of... there's once I had Ghanaian jollof. It reminds me of Ghanaian jollof.
What? Serious? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because they do have good jollof rice.
But he's not telling you it's not a Ghanaian that made it. It's a Kenyan.